So how do you think, or I guess first, what's your writing process like?
I think I lost you. Yeah, you're
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think we lost each other for a bit there. Well, what's your writing process like?
Okay. So I keep learning although. So what I try to do is that I make an outline of whatever I'm writing. Like currently, I'm working on my collection of short stories. So what I do is that I prepare an outline for each story, as in so that I don't get lost midway. And once I've created the outline, I try to work on the characters, and then like I start writing. So I feel what like every writer should do is that they should first write it down, like whatever they have in their mind, they should just write it down, and then start with the editing. Because when you start editing it, a lot of the flack, the jargons, you can
Mm.
remove them, but the initial phase is to just write it down and like put it there out on the paper.
So okay, so you say outline first.
Yeah.
So you outline it, write it, and then go back and edit. Don't try to, while you're writing it the first time, edit yourself while you're typing and writing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you are gonna write and edit, that's a pretty I don't know, I mean, I feel that's a lengthy process. Maybe just write it down entirely and then edit it, just so that, or maybe the best, I feel like you write it down, you come back to the writing after 2 hours and then sit for editing, because that's like,
Okay.
you have your mind cleared out, and when you sit and read your stuff, you actually realize, okay, fine, I can remove this part, or I can edit this to make it better. So that's easier, yeah.
So take it, write it. Yeah. So there's like two things here. It's like write it how it feels. So it's like the writing aspect is kind of like this spiritual connection with your emotions and your thoughts and your
Exactly.
feelings. Yeah. So get that out first and then come back and look at it more objectively.
Yeah, pretty much, yes, you said
You
it.
have to really adapt your thinking all the time of like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when you become a writer, that the entire process of thinking, it comes to you naturally. You don't have to even like put effort for it. It just comes to your mind.
Yeah. So how do you think writing has helped you think about the world?
Okay, so I think writing has made me a lot more empathetic towards myself and towards others. Um, I try to understand every situation and what led to the situation, rather
Oh,
than
interesting.
just being, like be very blunt about it. I want to deal the situation in a lot kinder sort of way. So that has helped me to learn and like grow personally, and also like get a better perspective on how the world works and how humans work. So
Yeah.
that's writing has helped me in that way. Yes, it has.
Yeah. That's interesting. Empathy. Empathy is a very important component of life. Yeah,
Exactly.
right. Yeah. Because you have to be very aware about your own feelings, right? When you're writing.
Yes,
And as a
absolutely.
human, what makes us human is that we experience these emotions and thoughts. So
Yeah,
if we experience it, then everybody else does too, right?
exactly. Totally, I agree. Yes.
Okay, something I'm curious about. What music do you listen to?
Music.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's So I listen to a lot of Bollywood,
Bollywood?
like yeah, the Hindi songs. So
Okay.
I listen to a lot of that, and I do listen to music which is actually pretty soothing at times, or maybe you enjoy the beat of it and you just like hum along the song until you realize, okay, I like this song, and it just gets stuck in your head. That those kind of songs. So I don't have any specific genre, but I just like enjoy anything that has some catchy tunes, and yeah.
Give me a name of an artist that I can start listening to.
Okay, so maybe I can give you like quite a few names. Wait, I'll just write down
Yeah,
another.
let's type them in.
This is a singer. She's again another like Bengali, and she's from Kolkata. But I think you like her songs because she has a very soulful voice. Like her songs are pretty soothing.
So it's Shriha Gos
Shreya
Gosa
Ghosal.
Gosal. Yeah, you mentioned before. So in India, the E's are pronounced a certain way.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We need to stress on it. Yeah. I think in
Shriya.
Bengali we stress on the S part a bit more.
Okay. Very cool. All right. Yeah, I'll give that one a check that out. Um, what are three of your favorite movies?
Okay, I have a lot of movies. Like I literally can't just pinpoint on. But I'll give you three names. So again, like I'll go back to Bollywood. So I had watched this movie. I've watched this movie like almost like some 20 times maybe. So it's called Jab We Met.
Okay.
That is one, and the other one is so I am a super Harry Potter fan. So I watched all the Harry Potter
Oh,
movies, like
nice.
yeah. And I think I recently I watched one movie. So I think you might have heard of it, the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
my favorites too.
Yeah, so like I was watching it and I actually connected with the movie. It felt pretty like real, and you know I love the ending, and I love the dialogues. Like the dialogues were very rich.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
that
writers like that movie for sure.
exactly.
Interesting. Uh, where have you all traveled to, and where else would you like to travel?
So I've almost like covered all the Indian cities, like
Okay.
New Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore. Then no, I have not been to Gujarat. I've been to Manali, like towards the north side of the country, where the hills are there,
Yeah.
and and towards the south of India as well. I've been to few places, and like I told you, I mentioned you the name Banaras. I went there, so
Yeah.
I am yet to go to certain places. But yeah, like I also want to go to for international travels. Like all I've been to Malaysia and Singapore and Thailand, but I have not been beyond that.
You've
So
been
I do
there.
plan.
You've been to those places?
Yes, but
Okay.
like that was long time back.
Yeah, because it's not far from you. Sort of.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Asian countries. So yeah, I've been there.
Where would you want to go?
So, like, I do want to visit US and UK. Like, I've heard so much about New York
Yeah.
City, and like every show has this New York vibe. I really love
Yeah.
the like the iconic Eiffel Tower. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of places. I still have them in my bucket list. I am yet to go there.
Yeah. So New York, London, Paris, for sure. Right.
All right.
We're breaking up a little bit here.
Yes, I think the internet is a bit unstable.
Yeah. Yeah. Who would have thought? I mean, minor issues. Relatively, we've experienced pretty minor issues for like the ability to talk to someone on another part of the world at the same time is
Exactly.
pretty wild.
Yeah, totally, totally.
What's something you're curious about recently?
Sorry, can you just repeat it again?
What's something you're curious about recently?
Okay, I am pretty curious about a lot of things. One of the major things is that, like, how do humans' minds work? That's something which I keep thinking, and I mean, I don't know, like, how, like, they come up with the actions they or maybe like how they behave with others, what is that driving thing for them which makes them act in a certain way. That's
Yeah.
one thing that I keep thinking about. I'm pretty curious. And also, like, so I am curious about a lot of fancy, like, science stuff, like, why do the clouds, they look light but then they're the heaviest, like that's what I've read somewhere, and I was thinking, okay, so I don't know, every odd sort of stuff just comes to my mind and I keep thinking about them. So I have a lot going on in my head at times.
That's why you have to write it down, right?
Exactly. Right.
Uh all right, well, last question here. What do people
Yes.
in India think of America?
I think, yeah, I think in general, I feel we are pretty, like, awed by the, the West people there, and we love to sort of emulate whatever they're doing. We also want to do that. Like, we have McDonald's here. Like, food wise, culture wise, we are kind of trying to do what the people in West they do. But other
Yeah.
than that, I feel like America is pretty progressive, and I really like what they're doing for the people. So we actually love watching American shows and TV. So I pretty much feel that we have a very warm sort of feeling for America.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear.